There's some areas where AI is like not very good, and some of this may be surprising to some, but it's really bad at math, believe it or not, which is kind of funny to think about because the whole name is artificial intelligence, and it's using math to do everything it needs to do, but it's actually like pretty bad at math. The really simple reason is AI, as I keep mentioning, it's about looking at patterns in text and then predicting outcomes. It's not really doing logic. So it sees enough patterns of two plus two equals, it sees that a million times on the internet and says, oh, yeah, that's four. But when you ask it for something really complicated, it tends to struggle because maybe it hasn't seen that pattern before. Um, it's not great at current events because these models have what's called a cutoff date. It's just a fancy word for the last time the model was released, really. So if they released the text AI tool 6 months ago, it really only knows things from 6 months ago and in the past. It doesn't really know what's happened recently. Um, this one's a little controversial, actually, but they're generally not good at reasoning and logic. I won't get into the details on this, but there's actually a lot of great debates right now of people are wondering if they're reasoning or if they're actually not reasoning. Generally, they're not really reasoning, in my opinion. They're predicting text, they're predicting outcomes. So some of the AI tools will struggle with things that a human can do really well. So if I said, if Sarah is taller than John and John is taller than Mike, who is shortest? Sometimes when you put these into the AI tools that are like, I don't know, Gary's taller, even though we're not talking about Gary, they just go for a loop. So certain things like that, they're actually not that great. And then there's this concept of hallucinations where they just make up things. And it's kind of, we'll show a great demo of it, but they literally just make up things sometimes. And you'll look at it and you'll just scratch your head and you'll be like, what the heck happened here? And it literally just made it up because as we've been talking about, they're just predicting. They're like the movie recommendations. They're predicting what you think or what they think you want, and sometimes they don't get it right. So, and they also do have a lot of bias in them because they're learning from human content. So if they learn from a whole set of human content that's biased one way, they're going to get those same biases. They're not neutral. They're not neutral at all, actually. They're the complete opposite of that.